Yeah.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Professor Deepak here. To begin with, I would like to welcome all of you gathered over here to today's Corporate Connect series, where we all would all be learning about the leadership's essentials for our growth. This afternoon, I have the pleasure of introducing our today's guest speaker, Mr. Sampath Kumar B. Aratti, sir. Mr. Sampath Kumar B. Aratti, sir, he is a passionate and accomplished HR professional with over 20 years of experience in various areas of HR, such as talent acquisitions, organization development, training and development, competency mapping, to name a few. He's currently working with Lab Asia Pacific Limited, situated in Singapore. He is currently working as a vice president and a head of HR for APAC. Sir has also won lots of prestigious awards in the field of HR. Sir he has been awarded with 50 most influential HR tech leaders in the World HRD Congress in Mumbai in Feb 2016. Sir's contribution in the field of HR has already been awarded with 40 Talented HR Leaders Award in the World HRD Congress in the year December 2012. He has also been recognized as HR Leadership Award in the 6th Employer Branding Awards in Hyderabad, December 2011. Sir is a graduate in science and law. He is also a postgraduate in the field of management with 3 gold medals to his name. Today, we all are privileged to have an opportunity to listen to him on the topic of leadership essentials for our growth on this day. So I warmly welcome Mr. Sampath Kumar B. Aratti and guide us as well as our students on the leadership essentials for growth. We
Thank you, Professor Deepak. Thank you, Venkatesh. It is a nice opportunity for me to get connected back with the students. Just a quick check, Professor Deepak, are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
The voice is
clearly.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just in case there is any problem, I don't foresee a problem, but just in case there is a problem, just do let me know.
Sure.
Mr. Venkatesh also has my mobile number, just in case you're not able to reach me through Zoom.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, a very good afternoon to you all. I know it is just lunchtime and some of you might be hungry. And I hope not all of you or many of you have not taken a heavy lunch because certainly this is not a lullaby, but what I'm going to share in the next 40 minutes or so, because we'll also have some time for question answers, would be based on my experience of what could help us as far as leadership is concerned. But before that, some housekeeping. Whenever we are discussing, not necessarily when I'm presenting, but whenever we are discussing, I would appreciate if you can keep your videos on. That would help. Even now, if some of you would like to keep it on, that would be appreciable. We will also have some time at the end of this for question answers. What I would recommend, and Professor Deepak, I'm sure, can the students already use chat function?
Yes.
So.
Yes, they can, sir.
Okay, so you can always type questions when I'm talking about something strikes you, please ask questions, don't hesitate. And this is something which I've always believed, you get in life what you have the courage to ask for. I have seen this in multiple sessions. We have something to ask, but we feel hesitant because we think, oh, will I look like a fool if I ask? To be very honest with you, we are fools if we don't ask, because most of us think the same way. And it is only by asking that you have the courage to ask. I'm sure you'll get it. And the same holds good for my session. I don't think I'll spend much time here. Just to let you know, yeah, my family, my wife and my 2 kids currently responsible for HR in Singapore. I come from a very, very unknown college. I say this and I stress this because a lot of them think only IIM students can grow higher in their career. The truth is, what is required is not only branding. In fact, you all are privileged to study in an institute which at least is known to a lot of people. I passed out from a college where nobody knew my institute, but still I've been able to do. I come from a nice place called Dharwad. So if I could do it, I'm sure any of you can do it. What is required is passion and hard work. Yeah. So I'll not spend much time here, just to let you know that I've been fortunate enough to spend about 5 years in Germany, again in HR, and now for the past almost a year in Singapore. So I have a quick request. Can you please scan this and go and answer a few questions? For those of you who cannot scan, you can manually go to ahaslides.com. And when there is a code asked for, please type that code lead321. But the simplest thing that you can do is just scan that QR code and you will be taken to, I'm also parallelly doing it just to ensure that it's working. You should find some questions being asked, and my request is please answer them without any hesitation. Be very honest. If you can see the first question, I see 2 of you have joined. Take your time. Yeah, 5, 7 of you, 11, 12, good. This is a simple tool where I have a few questions that I want to ask you, and based on the answers, it will help me to address accordingly. So those of you who are logged in, please go ahead, answer this question. How are you feeling today? It could be anything. Confused, good, curious, whatever. Very excited, super cool. Wow, that's good to know. Be very honest.
Yes.
Fantastic. Maybe Mr. Venkatesh has done something, because rarely do I see such comments, especially during, okay, I know we are just coming out of COVID,
Yes.
but still, these words are not very commonly seen, especially during a COVID season. But if it is true, I'm happy for you. Motivated, confident, excellent, excited. But I'm sure you all have reasons for it. I might pick up somebody and ask you, what does that mean?
Correct.
Yeah, just don't use words. Okay. Not really good. Somebody has been very honest, feeling encouraged. Okay. Glad to attend your session. Relaxed, worried. Yes. Amazing, fantastic. Okay, good to know. I'd really appreciate if more and more of you can join. I know 40 of you have joined the session, but I will also share this. That will help you or others to, let me see how I can stop sharing and share the screen. Yeah, can you all see?
Yes, sir.
So this is what we all are feeling today. There are 64 responses. That's quite good. Okay, that's good. So let's quickly go to the next question. And there are few questions. Based on the answers, it'll be easy for me to moderate the session. I would like you to tell me, what has COVID done to you? This is one of the hot topics. I'll not be surprised if many people have asked you this. But here, I want you to be really honest. If it has made you worried, you put that. If you have felt, oh my God, I do not know whether I have a job, whatever it is in the top of your mind, I do not want to read your mind, or I do not want to prompt answers. But be very honest and keep answering this question. Given more strength, worried, okay. Taught a lot of things, frustrated, careful, pissed off, okay. Help to spend time with family and loved ones, yes. Remember ancient, yes. You can just imagine how people were living without too many facilities. Read about health, change the way of living, being home for too long, okay. Wasted 6 months in my life. I'm not surprised with that comment. Got online classes, given more strength, missed college days. Okay. Next question I have is very specific, and since I do not see any positive here, can we take out a minute or two and answer the next. Okay, let's give another 30 seconds. Very bad situation. I only hope you're not saying spending time with family, hence it's a very bad situation. I hope nobody said that. I know there are people who have said that, to be very honest, and I've seen that. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. I know you all are eager to participate. That's good to know. I have almost 60 responses. Good. I would like you to be very precise here. One positive thing that COVID did to you. If somebody says no, nothing, be honest and say that. But I would really like to see somebody where family time, yes, family bonding, right? But again, realized family value, good. Apart from it, being patient. Also think about you as a person. Adapt to change, very true. Thinking differently, yes. I'm sure we'll not have as many as what we found in the previous two slides. Home food, yeah, that's what has made a lot of us put on weight as well, if I'm not mistaken. Spend time with family. Boring is not positive, according to me. Thinking positively, yes. Adapt to change. Realizing talent within, absolutely. Expect the unexpected. Okay. Take rest. Wow. Okay. I thought I have a bunch of students here. Taking rest should be in the last priority for you all, but any which ways, that's also a positive thing. Netflix was on and on. Okay, very good. That shows what we have done. Okay, thank you. That gives me a good idea and some inputs for me to handle the questions which might come. Okay, now coming to the topic. Yeah, I know we have Venkatesh. Just to quickly check, are they hard stop at 1 hour, or can we spend a bit more time if needed because we started
Yes,
10 minutes late?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So, what according to you is leadership? Because we are going to talk about leadership. What, according to you, is leadership? Whatever comes to your mind. If some movie comes to your mind, please go ahead and put it. Not a problem, because I know a lot of WhatsApp messages have been going around of late about leadership linking to some of the movies. So if something comes to your mind, just go ahead and put it. I see 101 participants, but I see only 47 of them on the AHA slides, 48 now. But anyways, if some of you are not able to, I understand. Like dictator, taking right decisions, taking a lead, responsibility. MS Dhoni, yes, we are a cricket crazy nation. Anything else? I want to see if somebody hits the point which I want to talk about today. Along with him for success, Abdul Kalam, yes. Taking risk, motivating group of people. Okay. Let's give another 30 seconds before I go on. It is to guide the team. Okay, mastermind. Ten seconds more and then we go ahead. I can see the comments. Motivating group of people, guiding them. Not anybody is talking about what I really want to emphasize today. And so I think I'm right in putting that up. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. One last question before we go to the slides. What do you think is one most important thing to be a good leader? I knew this will not come as an answer, and that's the reason I put another slide. No surprises for me. So can you tell me what is one important thing to be a good leader? Leader of people. What is most important to be a good leader of people? Character, okay, somewhere near to what I'm expecting. Power, communication, empathy, patience, listen to others, dedication and credibility. You can also participate in the chat if you find it a problem to join in the AHA slides. Okay, good. Quite a few inputs. Another 10 seconds before I go on, and I will go back to the slides. Knowledge. Okay. Fine. Thank you so much to all of you for your active participation. Let me quickly go back to my slides and tell you what is that I would like to share with you all today. This is a nice, just to reconfirm, Professor Deepak or Venkatesh, I think you're able to see my slides
Yes,
again.
yes, sir. Perfect. Yes.
Okay. Well, some of you touched some aspects of it. I'm not going to talk about what makes great leadership in organizations today because the stage of life which most of you are out of 100, I think your director knew very well because he had quoted number of 100 and we are between 99 and 101. That shows prediction, which also is a good sign of a good leader. Well, what I'm going to talk, because majority of your students, and this is the right opportunity for you to inculcate something which will make you a success. And I'm not going to talk about great theory. I'm just going to give some simple. So if somebody is expecting some fundamental theories as to how Steve Jobs became a great leader, what you need to do to rise up the ladder, I'm not here to talk about it because there is something more basic which we all need to think about. And this HBR article gave me a wonderful input about it, which talks about any leader, if he has to be a good leader, needs to focus on three things. One is inner focus. Other one is other focus. It's not outer, other focus, focus on others. Some of you spoke about it. How do I lead others? How do I motivate others? How do I have empathy? Empathy comes in the inner focus, the first part, and then the outer focus. To me, among the three, I would always rate the first one as the most important. If I can ask you to answer this question, there is a fill in the blank. First and most important person you need to lead is. Can I have some answers on the chat? Can I see the chat? Where do I see the chat? Yes. Can some of you answer what is one person you need to lead if you have to become a successful leader? I have some answers. Extremely good. Excellent. So I think I don't need to spend much time. You have brilliant students, Venkatesh. Yes, it is ourselves. The answer is right. Majority of you have got it right. It is oneself or myself. So I would really encourage you to think about it. Unless you have something with you, you cannot give it to others. And that's the truth in life. If you want to be a philanthropist, first you need to earn money. Only then you can give it. Likewise, if you want to be a successful leader of others, you need to lead yourself first and lead yourself successfully. So today, what I'm going to touch upon is some basic fundamental things. At the end of the session, some of you will not be surprised if you say, oh, what did he teach? It's all fundamentals. Yeah, that's a lot of times, unfortunately, common sense is not very common. And that's the reason I'm going to stress some of these aspects and from my experience. I like this very nice example, which Mr. Gaur Gopal Das, if some of you have heard about him, I think of him as a modern day Vivekananda. He talks about it because a lot of us have done this. I'm pretty confident. What happens when there is an alarm in the morning? Majority of us, yeah, there is, unfortunately, I'm not sure who has found this, who has discovered this wonderful thing called snooze. Yeah. And the truth is, a lot of us do it. And he gives a wonderful example. It's not about that 5 minutes. It's not that you're wasting that 5 minutes. But the truth is, mind bowls googlies in his own words. It says, come on, it gives you 101 reasons why you should not get up. Oh, it's only 5 o'clock. Oh, I slept only at 12:31 yesterday. Oh, I'm having a headache. Oh, the weather outside is lousy. It can give you 101 reasons to snooze the button. And even if you get up after 5 minutes, what is most important is you have given up to your mind. It is this attitude of giving up which is more dangerous than the 5 minutes of the snooze button. And believe me, this is how you are starting your day. Yeah. I will not be surprised if there are a lot of you in this session who have experienced this. And I would love to hear some of you who would say, no, I have overcome this. I I would actually love to spend some time after the session if somebody is there like that. If you can also put it in the chat already. So please remember, it is not that additional 5 minutes by pressing the snooze button, but it is the fact that your mind is giving up on something which you wanted to do. You are losing in front of your mind, and because mind can always ball googlies. So be prepared for it. That's the first principle. And again, I'm not going to speak about anything unless I have done that. So if some of you want to test and ask me questions on it, I'll be more than happy to answer even on my current situation. Well, this is something talking about the current practice. Again, I'll not be surprised if a lot of us sleep with a mobile below our pillow. One, it's very dangerous, scientifically proved. Second, a lot of times I've seen people even in the midnight message. I do not know what is so urgent about it. And there was a very nice joke going around in India. Did you know that you can travel abroad? I'm talking about pre-COVID days without updating your Facebook status that you are traveling to such and such a country for whatever reason. I do not really understand what is the purpose behind it. But for those of you who know it, yes, but it's a waste of time, according to me. News, yes, it is important to be updated, but not the type of news that we keep hearing. One small activity being blown out of proportions, which is not going to do us any harm. I mean, any good. This is something which possibly some of us need to do. Again, yoga, incidentally, fortunately, India taught it to the world, but we Indians are not many of us doing it. And today, outsiders, Westerners come and learn it from us. I would be really appreciative of some of you if you are already practicing it. Just to let you know that there are better things to start the day rather than mobile, WhatsApp, and Facebook, which seems to have become a lifetime. Some of you did say that one of the good things that COVID gave is the family time. I'll not be surprised if four of you are sitting with four mobiles on your WhatsApp and think that is the family time. Sorry, unfortunately, that is not family time. Yeah. Things are not always under your control. Things are not always under our control. So it's very important. If some of you can go back and think, you planned something and something else happened. I'm sure just about a year ago, we are just now in March 23rd, exactly another 3 days, it'll be 1 year. A lot of us had never dreamt of COVID. Actually, I had already booked my tickets for April 4th of 2020 to start my assignment here in Singapore. And then came the lockdown on March 23rd. But what is most important is how do we react to it? Yeah. And again, coming back to Gaur Gopal Das, pardon me, I'll be using a lot of his examples. He says a batsman, a very well set batsman, because we are a cricket crazy nation, he is all prepared to play for a swing ball, but because of a gush of wind, there is an outswing and the batsman doesn't know what to do. Neither the bowler wanted to actually bowl an outswing, but it's a gush of wind that brings the outswing. And the same is the case with our own lives. In our life, a lot of things are not in our control. Let's admit that. Let's be prepared for the unprepared, unforeseen, and know what you want will help you. If you know what you want, speak to yourself. Again, don't act like a mad guys on the roads. But what I mean is have the me time. Know what you want in life apart from money. Money you will get. Believe me, I can give you a lot of examples if you are really interested in the question answer session. I had a lot of opportunities to leave the company at 2 times the salary, but I knew what I wanted. I did not take that up. And today, believe me, maybe salary is out of my question, out of the mind, simply because I knew what, and money will follow you. Whenever you are successful, money will follow you. Please don't look only after money, though I can understand money is also important. How, that is a question. As students, and there is a word called passion. I do not know how many of you understand passion. When I mean how many of you understand passion, I'm not sure whether you all understand what you are passionate about. Yeah. And there are quite a few examples which I will quote maybe if time permits at the later part of the session. Mind is an expert in tricking us, and that's what I told you in the very beginning with a simple example of alarm. We all want to get up, So that's the reason, obviously, we keep alarm. There are multiple reasons, but don't create excuses. Don't make excuses, make it a commitment. And as somebody rightly said, when you are interested in something, you do it. When you are committed to it, you do it whether you like it or not like it. So be committed for something. And how can you be committed for something is something which we will deal in a few minutes. And this is where I was talking about, well, perspiration and inspiration. Go back and think. You would have heard something very motivational from somebody. You would have said, oh, health is very important. Get up early in the morning, 5 o'clock. You'll say, wow, fantastic, let me do it. And that is there for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. After that, what happens? Nobody knows. Because you are inspired, but you're not ready to perspire. So what is a fact is genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Success is more about consistency rather than intensity. And I can give you very many examples if somebody wants. I'm not giving the examples because I'm not sure how many of you want which examples, and I would not like to spend time on examples that you don't want, but I can give you very many live examples for most of these. I want you to ask for it just in case. And that's the reason I said in the very first slide, you will get what you ask for. So please remember, only getting inspired is of no use. And I have seen it. I can give you examples. What is most important is the perspiration. And if that 1% inspiration gets converted into the perspiration, that is what person a genius or a success. One of the major things I've seen, I'm sure some of you would also agree with me, is overthinking or negative thinking. And this was a rampant during COVID times. I've seen it with a lot of my friends. Oh my God, I do not know what will happen to me. As if COVID is knocking at their doors. Half of it is in our minds. And I like this example again by Gaur Gopal Das, very nicely put. Because scientifically, again, my friends, it has been proved without doubt that 90% of the negative things that we think in our life never ever happen. I would actually invite you to go back and think about all the negative things that you thought in your, forget about your entire life, just last 1 month, and see how much percentage of it has actually happened. Truth is, not many are actually going to happen, but it is a human tendency of overthinking or negative thinking. And this slide to me has the answer. He asks, do you have a problem in life? If you say no, then obviously you need not have to worry. Then why worry? Yeah, but the challenge comes, do you have a problem in life? If you say yes, then the next question to ask is, can you do something about it? If you say yes, then why worry? If there is a problem and you can do something about it, then rather than worrying, you start doing it. And if there is nothing you can do, then why worry? COVID is rampant. Yeah, outside. You can do something about it? Yes. Then you do something about it. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately, most of us, I mean, even in student cycle, I've seen this. A lot of them, oh my God, I don't know whether I'll get a job. Is that in your hand? Is the economy of the country in your hands? Certainly not. So let's try to focus on what is there in our hands rather than unnecessarily overthinking or negative thinking. And if you have some specific question, how do I overcome this? I can certainly give you some answers in the Q&A session. This is the person I was talking about, Gaur Gopal Das, and he rightly says, a great personality is not born in a maternity ward. A great personality is born by the choices they make. How do we react? Or rather, I would like to use the word respond and not react. There is a difference between the two words. And ideally, we should respond and not react. Yeah. So there will be difficult situations. There was COVID, and the same COVID was there for all of us. Each one of us responded differently. Some of us reacted. Most of us responded. But again, what was our action? What is our attitude? I'd like to give you a simple example of what happened way back on December 10, 1914. If some of you have heard about this, Thomas Edison, at the age of 67, his factory was on fire. He tried everything that he could do in the first 1.5 hours. but he realized nothing could be done. He calls his son Charles and says, Charles, go and call your mother and her friends. Let them see one of the best ever fires that they can see. Charles was stunned and he asked, Dad, our factory is being burnt. And you are saying you're happily asking to call my mother and ask her to see the fire? He says, well, that's the best I can do in the given situation. And also remember that this is going to wash away a lot of mistakes that we have done in building this factory. And this is no story. This is a fact which happened in 1914. And I'm given to understand 48 hours is all that it took for this man of 67 years to start his factory afresh and again with the same energy that he had. So that clearly shows what makes people great. Yeah, it is how we react to situations. Well, to give some more real life examples of today, if somebody has heard about Arunima Sinha, I'm not sure how many of you have heard about her, but I have met her, a young girl in her 30s whose legs were cut. She was thrown out of a moving train. Both her legs were cut. And that girl went on to climb Mount Everest with amputated legs. Believe me, when I heard her story in person, I met her in person, it was a hair-raising experience. And that is what is passion. And that is what great people respond to adversity, and not like you and me. I'm sure you all have heard about this example. You're going to office and your child comes and spills coffee. What will you do? There are two ways. One, react, yell at the kid and make it cry. The other one is respond. So just to give you an example of how things can be done smoother, for which all you need is a control of your mind, control of your tongue. And that is where lead yourself first is the theme that I'm trying to drive today. And some of the ways that we can lead ourselves successfully is what I'm trying to share with my example. And this is what I said: respond, but don't react. Is when I immediately tell something. And again, a simple request to all of you, go back and check how many times you have spoiled your relationship with your friends or your relatives just because you have reacted and not took that time to respond. A golden rule for all of us: whenever you want to say something, count 10. Why 10? Count 100. World is not going to collapse. WhatsApp messages. I have seen in my own friend circle, being in HR for 21 years, I have seen my employees divorce for some simple, silly reasons. They all feel bad about it later, but train once gone from the platform, you cannot do anything about it. So please, as students, inculcate in you this habit of responding and not reacting to any situation. That is also going to help you. And the great Buddha rightly said, don't learn how to react, but learn how to respond. And I'm sure there is a reason for it. And I have learned it the hard way. Again, let me be very honest. I have done very many of these mistakes in the beginning part of my career. There was nobody for us to tell. I'm talking about 1999 when I finished my MBA from a place like Dharwad, where we hardly had any corporate connects. We did not have a digital connect those days. A professor had to literally come from Bangalore, or a practicing manager. We were not lucky enough. But today I can tell you, I've done those mistakes, learned from it, and sees how it benefits not to do those mistakes. And it's always very fruitful for all of us to learn from somebody else's mistake rather than do that mistake, and it will be a very costly one. This is something which I really love. It is your attitude and not only your aptitude that decides your altitude. Believe me, my friends, I have met a lot of students from IIMs who have been a failure. I have met a lot of people from Harvard, MIT who have been a failure, not because of the aptitude, but because of the attitude. This is something which is going to define you. Having worked with thousands and thousands of managers, I can tell you with confidence, you might be the most brilliant student, but you are bound to fail if you do not have the right attitude. And this example actually proves it. If you put A as 1, Z as 26, add it up, you can do, some of you might have seen this. Hard work comes to 98%, knowledge comes to 96%, love comes to 54%, luck comes to 47%. You know what the beauty is? Attitude comes to 100%. This is what clearly also shows coincidentally that it is this attitude which makes you a success, and not your degrees, not your father's or grandfather's property or richness. That is not going to take you any longer. Well, attitude of gratitude is something which not many of us practice, unfortunately. I am practicing and I can tell you proudly. And I would love to share a small story of Air Commodore Vishal, who was a jet pilot who became history. And this is a true story. And he became a success. He became known across India because the jet he was flying was actually shot down, and he came down to a parachute, and he was a great success. After 5 years, he was sitting in a coffee shop with his wife, and a gentleman, a small, frail looking gentleman, he comes to him and says, "Are you not Air Commodore Vishal?" He says, "Yes, but I'm sorry, I'm not able to get you." He says, "I am working as a safety officer, and I was the person who actually packed your parachute on that fateful day when your jet was shot." Then Vishal had blood running in his body and says, "If this guy had not done his duty on that day, I would not have been alive to talk to him today." I have seen this guy so many times after this incident, which happened almost 10 years ago. I have not even smiled at him and said thank you to him. I did not even on that day think what would have happened to me if my parachute had not opened. So what I'm trying to tell is each one of us have achieved something in our life. Even if you are a student who have done well, even if you are a student coming from a humble background, each one of us have somebody to whom you need to be grateful for. Please have that attitude of gratitude. And just to give you an example, when I achieved one of the ambitions that I had to have a global role and then a regional role in APAC, I sat down and remembered every of the 18 managers and mentors that I've had in my life. Though I have worked for 21 years, this is just my third company which I'm working for. But I've had multiple managers who have molded me. Otherwise, I am nothing, including, of course, not to forget my parents, my friends, my team members who are reporting into me have taught me something. And I remembered, I tried to get in touch with majority of them. Unfortunately, in spite of technology, I was not able to reach one or two of them, but majority of them I was able to just say a word of thank you. And believe me, they were so thrilled and stunned, because today, majority of us, the moment we become successful, we think it's because of me. And if I'm a failure, it is because of others. Please, that's not the right way. Attitude of gratitude will take you to a greater heights, according to me. So please be grateful for all these simple things that has been given to you. It's very easy to sit and complain. Oh, India is doing that. Oh, I don't have that. I don't have this. And very rightly, I was complaining that I had no shoes till I met a man who had no feet. Just to give you an example, I used to crib about the traffic in Bangalore till one day I landed up in Dhaka, where 10 kilometers to reach. And I said, oh my God, I'm thankful I'm not working in Dhaka. So life is all about perspective, my dear friends. If you're cribbing that you could not do your MBA from IIM, go and meet a person who is not even having money to get into any of the institutes. So these are things which really don't matter. What matters is your attitude, and I'll come back to that again and again. Well, I know we are almost running out of time, but a few more tips. 4 things to take care in your life: anger, fear, jealousy, procrastination. Again, anger is something which I've already spoken about. Respond and not react. Once broken a mirror, it will always be a mirror broken. How much ever araldite you use, how much ever adhesive you use, it will be a break. This holds good with relationship as well. And we are in a world where relationship is also equally important. If somebody thinks he can be the best person earning 1 crore rupees per year and he will be very happy, Just for your information, people who are the most happiest are not always the people who are richest. In fact, the more money you have, the more tension you have as to where you have to keep them. Fear, jealousy, procrastination are the other three dangers that a lot of us get into. If we can get rid of them, how do I get rid? Be aware of them. There is no point in saying, no, 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 nothing is going to happen. No, be aware, accept the situation. And this, some of you, if you're really afraid of what COVID would do for you, please go through this example. Be aware first, accept it, be alert. What does it mean? If I need to take any action from my side, let me take it. Just because, okay, COVID is there, nothing can happen. That's what I'm seeing in the streets today, and you are seeing the result of it. At least as educated mass, let's not do that. Yeah. In Singapore here, where I'm currently living, I cannot see a single person without a mask. And it's, of course, one of the things is a heavy fine that they put, because it's not 1 or 200 rupees for which we crib. It is straight away 50,000 rupees here, the fine for not wearing a mask. And you cannot do jugaad by saying, oh, I kept it in my pocket. Oh, I had put a fashionable one, whatever. Yeah. So be alert and finally take action where needed. A lot of us do the other way around. We jump into action without even being aware, without even accepting, and that is not going to help us. How many of you have goals? I'm sure you all have goals. I'm sure some of you have had New Year goals, which go up till maybe Jan 8th, 9th, 10th, or if you're really lucky and have the stubborn attitude till Jan 10th. Yeah. I would like to ask, in some of you are willing to share, is there somebody who decided, oh, I will lose my weight because I heard some motivational speaker who said, health is everything. If you do not have health, you are not going to succeed in life. I said, okay, I will make it a New Year resolution. I want to hear from you. If there are some success stories, I can also share mine. One of the simple tips I can give you, if you want to really succeed, of course, some of them have said, oh, one of the best ways is not to have any goals, because then I'll never fail. That's not the right attitude. The right attitude would be make realistic goals and share it with your well-wishers. Write it down and put it in front of the mirror where you dress up every day. That, believe me, will certainly help you to achieve great things in life. Well, let's not do this. I think I've almost come to the end, because this is something which, no, let me see. I just would like to end. Anything more important? Because I would like to spend more on the questions you have. Yeah. This will be the last input from my side, because we'll have 10 minutes, and I don't mind spending at least another half an hour if you want, and if you have questions. Successful employees of today will be those who have the ability to discard and adopt new skills speedily and move across roles, responsibilities, and industries effortlessly. I'm saying this with confidence because, again, if some of you are worried, the truth is market is coming up again. There are plenty of opportunities. And believe me, I'm not saying it just for being humble. The truth is, when I started my job 21 years ago in Bangalore, I was a nobody. I literally have traveled 100 kilometers on one day in a bike to attend 3 interviews, because I did not have campus recruitment. My college was not even known. But today I have learned it the hard way. And I'm happy that I've achieved something in my life. I'm grateful for all the people who have done it, including the students of whom I keep interacting, because the type of questions some of the students ask me actually makes me think. And that's one of the reasons which I am passionate about, to give back little to the industry, to the student community. And that's exactly the reason I don't mind spending my weekends with the students, which I keep doing. So with that, I would come to the end of what I wanted to share. Given a choice, I can go on and on and on, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is I would rather give you what you want. So which again goes back to my first slide, which I said, you will get in life what you ask for. So let's do one thing. I will stop sharing. I would appreciate if some of you can come on video. That would obviously help, because that will show that I'm interacting with people and not my laptop. And if any of you have questions, please do let me know. So, sir, you're correct that we should respond, but we are not God. If we react, also we are humans. People are judgmental. Why don't you teach people not to be judgmental at situations? Fantastic. Who is this? Uh, T. Ram. Ram, is it?
Ramamani, sir.
Ramamani. Okay. Ramamani, a simple question. Thanks for
Yes, sir.
asking. I appreciate it. But who are the people whom we are talking about? Again, please, to be very brief, because I know there will be a lot of people who have questions. To be very brief, what you are trying to say is, why are you telling me? Tell those people, right? If I got your question. And that is the worst thing that anybody can think about. And that's exactly what I was telling you.
Yes,
I
sir.
can change. That's the best thing I can do.
Yes.
Please remember, when you're showing your finger to somebody else, 4 of the fingers are pointing at you. If you can change yourself, the world will be changed. So please don't expect others to change for you. How should an attitude of a person be? Well, it's a very, very difficult question, because attitude is a topic which I have covered for 6 hours and still people are not happy, because it's so very difficult to talk about attitude. Attitude, the very definition of attitude to agree upon, it takes a lot of time. So I will leave it for some other day. Lose my weight, be happy, get kickstart to my startup. So I'm not sure what does Venkatesh want to say here. Venkatesh, can you come online and tell me? Did you say that you lost your weight and you are happy, or you're saying I want to lose weight? I do not know what it is.
Uh, Very good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Venkatesh.
That was when you asked about New Year resolutions.
Okay. And were you successful in losing your weight?
Yes, sir, I am.
Very good to hear that. And just to some of you, and I'm sure Venkatesh has seen me, I'm not sure whether you have seen me earlier. I have lost 20 kgs in the past, not even a year, 20 kgs. And believe me, not by starving. It's purely by exercising. And I tell my friends, if somebody says COVID is the reason for their weight, because 80% of my friends whom I've met have started blaming COVID for their overweight. The truth is, no, I used COVID for my benefit. And today, I can actually use the word, I've got addicted. If I don't do 10 kilometers of walk or cycling, I just did 12 kilometers in the morning and I'm fresh enough, because it's afternoon here, almost 3 o'clock for me here. I'm sitting in Singapore. Yeah. I have got addicted. So I would request you to get addicted, not for wrong things in life, but for these things. And somebody has rightly said, and I have experienced it myself, if you do something for 20 days, it becomes a habit. Please try doing it. 100% true for current situation. So what's the difference between leader and captain? Well, different names. There are a lot of definitions of a leader and a captain, leader and a manager, manager and a leader. I don't think that's really important. First thing, lead yourself, and then we can go to these textbook definitions. Ajay Veera, you can get connected on with me on LinkedIn or anywhere else. We can talk about it for days without any break. What is the best attitude a person should have and how to develop it? Sorry, it's not easy for me to answer this. How to stop overthinking? That's a good question, because a lot of us do this mistake. And I have done this mistake, honestly. Yeah. Even I have seen people who die before death even comes to them. And that has happened to very many people in COVID. People, one thing you please remember, if you remember, half of your problem is solved. Realize whether you can do something about that negative thought. And if you want ways in which you can avoid it, for me, the only thing that has helped is divert your mind. Divert your mind to better things in life. And always remember and say, look, I unnecessarily thought about these in the past and nothing happened. So why should I? And again, though I might sound philosophical, if something is bound to happen, it will happen, whether you think about it or not. So at least till that time, why should we not enjoy? And meditation and yoga, at least for me, have helped. And again, I'm not prescribing it. I'm not saying it will work for everybody. But what I can say for sure is, when you are in that mood of thinking too much negative, do something which you really love. Something which you can immerse yourself in. And I love cycling. I mean, these are the new passions that I've seen in myself in the past few months. I start doing it and it automatically goes. But you need to have that in mind. You need to know what you're passionate about. You need to know what you like about. Okay, how to control your emotions? Very simple. Practice. Practice to have your tongue under control. I assume here by emotions you mean getting angry, crying. I mean, all these are emotions. I've seen people cry for small little things. That doesn't mean that you need to keep laughing and giggling always. But what I mean is the count of 10 is something which has helped me. Even sometimes in the past, I'm talking about, I used to get so tempted to immediately respond to a WhatsApp message or an email. But what I now do is I draft it. It is for my own experience. I draft it and wait for some time. And then I realize that if I had sent it, it would have done me more danger, more harm. Because a lot of times, believe me, this email and WhatsApp, unfortunately, in the absence of face to face discussion, I would have understood it wrongly and responded to it. If you read the same thing again and again, possibly you will get a different perspective. So how do we control your emotions? It's only by practice, and it's easier said than done. I fully agree. How do we develop a good personality? Well, personality for some of us is the way I look. Certainly that is not personality. To me, personality includes your attitude. How you want to get a good personality, have the attitude of gratitude, have the right attitude towards life, be confident. I'm sure each one of us have competence. It's only that we do not know what we are good at, and that is what is making a big challenge. How do we overcome fear? Well, the unknown, the fear of the unknown, and that's one of the reasons why people don't keep goals. Actually, I have goals in life, and the answer is I'm worried if I will fail. So that is a fear of the unknown. So the best way is say, okay, let me take one thing at a time. Let me face the situation. And if I'm bound to fail, I will fail. Is there a major disturbance because I just put on the AC? I'm not able to. Is there a disturbance or am I clear?
You are clear, sir. No disturbance.
Okay. Um, how do we deal with people who always think negative about us? Why are you worried? Who is this? Suvarna. Sorry, not Suvarna. Uh, Venkatesh Jadhav. Yeah, here on the screen. Venkatesh, what do you mean? Give me an example.
Hello, sir. So, in the sense, how do we deal with people who work with us or who are around us who think always
I can,
negative
I can,
about us?
I can relate with you, and I'm sure some of them will be nodding and asking. Oh, I also wanted to ask that question, Venkatesh. I can just tell you a story of a. It's called as a story of a garbage picker. Yeah, it's called a garbage truck actually. It happened in New York that a person is driving a passenger, and then suddenly he brakes because somebody else who was coming on the wrong side. He came and he would have almost banged into him. In spite of it being his mistake, this guy started yelling at this driver. And you know what this driver did? He smiled back at him and he said, okay, okay. And he allowed him to just go on. The customer was really stunned and he asked the driver, how come you are so calm? It was actually his mistake and we would have actually lost our life. And the truck driver gave him a wonderful principle and said, what is the point in me shouting? Every human being is carrying some garbage. It's like a garbage truck. We all respond in a way because we are carrying something from home, something from our previous fight. Yeah. There is somebody who allows that to openly come out. That's the best thing that I can do by helping this person to remove his negative emotions. I know it takes a lot. And it goes back to my principle of saying respond and not react. So that is my answer for it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Somebody is sharing the screen, so I'm not able to see the chat. Oh, thank you. Uh, Well, sir, according to you, is academics decide the capabilities of a person or is extrovert personality? Believe me, academics will not define, or rather, let me correct it. Academics alone, because the moment I say academics is not important, from tomorrow you'll say, oh, forget it, I'll not attend my classes. No, that's not the intention. Academics does help, but that is not the only criteria. Well, giving you my own example, I had a third rank to university in law, three gold medals in my MBA. I came to Bangalore thinking, oh, people will give me a job like this. Sorry, I had to literally wander for my first job. And I was feeling so desperate because I thought academics is everything. Those were the days of my immaturity. Having said that, academics does help. And I would really encourage you, MBA students, to learn the art of life. Have the right attitude, have more practical experience and exposure rather than being only theoretical. It is only not your gold medals, only not your 98%, which is going to take you any greater heights, but it is what you need to have. It's a combination of all those things that we have discussed today. Somebody puts, as per Economic Time newspaper 2016 has released, 76% Indians are not fit for job. They don't have skills what company is looking for. Absolutely, I agree. I would have interviewed some 30,000 people, more than 30,000 people in my career of 21 years, and I vouch for it. Unfortunately, that is the truth in India, because what we are studying and what we are doing, unfortunately, is completely different. A biomedical engineer sitting and writing code for Java for a construction building or an activity, what better thing that you would like to expect? It is true. Having said that, people are becoming more aware today, and this session is also to give you an input as to what I mean. If you actually run through the entire 1 hour that I spent with you, I never spoke and told you get more marks. Certainly not. Yes, it is coincidental that I have good academics and I have also succeeded, according to me. Again, not a great achievement. There are people who have achieved much more than me. But what I had set out to achieve 21 years ago, I'm proud and happy to say that I've achieved it. And I can tell you with confidence that it is not only because of academics. So, academics is important, but what is most important, which will make you employable today, is more than your marks. It is your competence in the right areas, which again you should know. And that was a question from Shivam. I hope I've answered your question, Shivam. How do we improve ourselves? Well, first know what is that you need to know. First know what is that you want to be, what you're passionate about. And once you have decided it, be ruthless in deciding where you are and what you want to achieve. And the difference between those two will tell you what you need to do, and how you can do is something where possibly I cannot answer because it's a very generic question. If you specifically ask, how do I improve my communication skills? How do I have this? How do I do this? Then I can possibly answer your question. Uh, that was Adil. First, stop yourself thinking of others. No worries. Ravichandran or Venkatesh says that. How to build a right attitude and develop that attitude ourselves. I think the simple thing that I can do is stop thinking that I am right and the rest of the world is wrong. Start thinking how I can, even if you think others are wrong, first think how I can, what I can do to try and help those people who are possibly blind. The last question, what is the main capability that a leader should have as an MBA student? Well, be truthful to yourself. Don't make MBA a course where your father pays or your mother pays and you play. Yeah, because somebody rightly defined a college is a place where the father pays and the son plays, or the daughter. Today, women are not behind. Unfortunately, again, I might be sounding as if I'm advising. I have seen a lot of students who wish to come in a car. Wow, fantastic. Nothing wrong if your father affords it. But that is not what is your status symbol. What is most important is what is there within you. Today, if you are trying to show off only one thing that is a good quality of you, and that is what is needed in a leader. and not. I would even say getting the best marks would not even be your top priority. Yeah. So backbiting, forget about him, forget about them. Let them backbite. What is your problem? It only shows their mentality. As long as you don't do it, don't be bothered about them. I've seen it. I mean, if you are thinking college is worse, hold on. Corporate will show you much worser things in life. Backbiting, politics. And again, I can tell you with confidence, it's not only in India. Elsewhere, even in Europe, I've seen this politics. I've seen the backbiting. It is bound to be there till we human beings behave the way we are behaving. The only thing I can advise, how do we stop it? We stop backbiting others. That's a simple way. And that holds good for most of the things. Well, I know we have taken 10 minutes over and above what we are supposed to, but I will just go with one last question by Ramamani. Respond to paths of goals because it's not always important what we think will happen. So, how to reach unexpected? Ramamani, since this will be the last question, I would appreciate if you can just come on the video and explain to me what is the answer that you are expecting. Yes, please.
Actually, good afternoon, sir. Actually, sir, it doesn't always happens what we think. Sometimes we wanted something, but we don't know what and how to react on the unexpected things. Like we want to reach some goal. Like I want to become an analyst, but I know that these are the paths I have to cross. But how to react on that paths, we don't know.
Okay. Again, I'd like to give you the same example of Arunima Sinha. I do not know whether you have heard about her. Just go and Google her name. She was a national level basketball player. Coming from a middle class family, she had her own dreams and aspirations. She was traveling in a train, second class train coach to attend one of the matches. Somebody tried molesting her. They pushed her out of the moving train somewhere in Uttar Pradesh. She fell on the train tracks. Both her legs were cut off. Both her legs were cut off. The whole night she was lying on the tracks with blood oozing out of her legs. She could not move. Rats were moving around on her because of the blood. That girl obviously did not think that this is what is going to happen to her. What did she do? She had only one goal in mind. And the same holds good for all of us. I gave you another example of Edison, what he did. There will always be problems. If somebody says, I have achieved all this without any hassles, I cannot tell it myself. I've had multiple surprises and shocks in my life. The only thing that helped me is I took time, I did not react, I responded. But again, I must thank my late father for it because he was like a yogi. Actually, if I make a movie out of him, it can be a blockbuster. Coming from a village, what he has achieved, and he went on to be a professor of physics in Karnataka Science College. And maybe as his son, I have something called genes. We all blame our parents. And this is the last example I'll give you. And after that, because I still see 103 on the call, that means there are still people who are willing to listen, which is surprising. I'll just give you this one example of where a person, if he really wants to achieve something in life, he will not bother to think what others are thinking about him. Again, I'm not saying it because it was my father. He wanted to study and his mother said, no, sorry, because his village had only the maximum of 7th standard. He walked in the night 30 kilometers without telling his mother, and he stayed in an ashram and studied. That is how he became a professor. So if you really want to achieve something in life, you will achieve. Give yourself that time. And any examples you take of great people, age is certainly not the consideration. It is the fact that you have that zeal to do, and nothing can stop you, provided you are very clear about what you want to do. And sometimes we may have to take the help of others. Yeah? So that's my answer, Ramamani. Okay, last two questions for those of you who want to come on video and ask if at all you have questions. Otherwise, we can call it quits because in another 45 minutes, I have another talk with another group of MBA students. I hope that the past 1 hour plus has given you some inputs. I'm not here to teach you anything. I was just here to share some of my experience, what I have learned. And if each one of you, 101, what a number, 101 that I see on the chat, if each one of you can take back simple one thing, but again, I remind you as a closing message, it is 99% perspiration. I am pretty confident, not because of my ability, but the examples that I gave. Some of you, even 50% of you, are inspired about one thing and you want to do it, but leave it for 1 week. I can guarantee you, you will not put into action. If you want to put something into action, it is now, not even today, it is now. Take the next action, talk about your goals, set that goal, whatever goal it is, talk to people who are going to help you, and I'm sure you all will succeed in life. There is a job for every one of us, so don't worry about jobs. Some of us might get early, some of us might get late. Each one of us are running our own race. Please don't compare with your neighbor who has a better car, a better wife sometimes, because as somebody said, marriage is like ordering in a canteen. When you order your thing and then you see the neighbor ordering something else, you say, oh, I must have ordered that. So there's always a better choice, but make the right choice. And I wish you all the very best. Hope to meet you sometime whenever I'm in Bangalore physically and interact with you in person. Thank you very much.
Just a request. Can you throw some light on how humility plays a vital role in anybody's life?
Okay. I can only give you some examples. And simple example I can think of immediately is J.R.D. Tata. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about him, have seen him. And I've also met Mr. Bajaj. I was fortunate to meet him because in one of the competitions, he was giving me the cup. All these great people, if they have succeeded, it's only because of their humility. And I've also seen the other side of it. Simple, a guy is completing his course from IIM, he already has 2 horns. Again, please don't mistake me. I'm not saying every person from IIM is like that. But they think just because they are from IIM or MIT, they have something great. Just the other day, somebody called me from Dubai looking at LinkedIn. I mean, a lot of people send me message on LinkedIn, I want some help. I don't say no because I know somebody has helped me. And I'm here today because somebody else has helped me. So when I got on a call, this lady initially said, I want help. I'm moving to Singapore. I want some help in a job and all that. And then she kept saying, I'm from IIM, I'm from IIM, I'm from IIM. I mean, when I said there are opportunities like this, then she said, I'm from IIM. Oh, then I realized what she was trying to hint is that she's looking at a high level job just because she's from IIM. And I had to politely tell her, Madam, then I'm not the right person, because sometimes I have to be upfront and tell them that I'm sorry, the situation here is not so good that I can straight away give you some recommendation of a high level job. But if any of your IIM seniors, I'm sure there are plenty of them all around the globe, if they can help you, so be it. I would be more than happy. I would love to connect with you. So I do not know whether she got the message. Venkatesh, again, I'm not sure whether I gave the right answer, but
Yes, sir.
yes. I have seen in my life a lot of people who do not have humility and the attitude for gratitude fail. And that is possibly what has made me also to inculcate these habits. And I truly mean them. It is one thing for people to just say something and be something else. And that also would not help because your true colors will be out very soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for wonderful session. And probably one thing I can say about today's session, March 20th, 12 o'clock session 2021. Those students who missed it, I really feel bad. I'm sure they will ask for the video of this, and I'm sure my students will have a lot of transformation based on today's session. Okay, and thank you very much for sharing and spending your time today with our students, sir. I request Rohin sir to. I know there are a lot of questions in student mind. I'll take these questions forward with you on email. I'll collect questions from the students and take it forward with you, sir. Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
You have recorded this session,
yes,
Venkatesh?
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I would appreciate if you can also share the link with me also.
Sure, sir. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll also share the link with students so that they can keep refreshing themselves.
Sure, no problem. Pleasure is mine.
Yeah. I request Professor Rohin to give a vote of thanks and conclude the session.
Thank you, Venkatesh sir. Good afternoon to all. I would like to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Young Saviors Institute to Mr. Sampath Kumar, industry expert of the day, for guiding the students on the topic of leadership essential for growth. And we felt a lot of motivating words coming through him through the session, which is will lead them to succeed in their desired career, to grab the opportunities post-pandemic by eliminating the negatives and acquiring the passion for growth in their career. I'd like to thank Dr. Venkatesh Harakeri, Director at AIMS IBS Bangalore, for inviting Mr. Sampath Kumar, and thank our faculties and students for attending today's session. I request all the students to kindly open their videos so that we can take a virtual photograph with Dr. Sampath.
So you may
Request Pujita.
multiple
Please do
photographs.
yes, a virtual photograph.
Yeah.
No, but you have to take multiple because the screen will
No. We'll take few, sir. We'll take few. Opening a screen and we'll take it, sir. Just 2 minutes.
Sure. No problem. Take your time.
Thank you, sir. Pujita, is it done?
Some of them are still adjusting their cameras.
Thank you, Pujita. That's okay, please. Thank you, sir. I like Venkatesh sir to please take it forward.
Yeah. So thank you very much, sir, once again. And our students would like to see you when you are in Bangalore. Please let us know your schedule. Accordingly, we will conveniently arrange as per your time and availability, sir. Please.
For sure, Venkatesh. Whenever I'm in Bangalore physically, I'm just waiting for the commercial flights to start operations.
Yes, sir.
Once it happens, I will keep you posted, and I'll surely love to spend some time with your students. And if it can help, why not?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Have a nice, wonderful weekend. And if some of you have learned something, I repeat it, please put into practice today and not tomorrow. All the best.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
And one
sir.
more last thing is like,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
we have asked the students to get you connected
Thank
to
you,
LinkedIn
sir.
also.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Absolutely. My pleasure to get
Yeah, they'll be
connected.
following your articles and your all the sessions also. Thank you.
Sure. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.